It's backwards, but it says Gold Digger. Haha. Hi, team. Welcome to January's training for our Scentsy group. I wanted to get this training out as soon as possible so that you have an awesome January, get some ideas of what to do for January, and just have a great start to 2018. So I hope you're having a happy new year so far. Can you believe it's 2018 already? It's so crazy. The year 2017 flew by. And with it, hi Amy, how are you? With it being a new year, it's a great time to reflect on our business, organize our business, and have an amazing jump start to 2018. So that's what today's training is going to be on. I hope it's helpful for you. If you have some ideas of ways that relate to this topic, then post them below so we can help each other out. You don't have to do things exactly the way that I do them. You can put your own style into it, but it's just some ideas for you for how to organize your business so that we have an amazing 2018. Just to get some housekeeping out of the way, some team news. We had an awesome December. Everybody had amazing sales. I think everybody put in sales last month, which is awesome. A great way to end 2017. Our team is going strong, and I'm excited to see what 2018 has to hold for us. Scentsy news, moving on to Scentsy news, if you don't know, which I suggest you check your workstation daily, or at least every other day, or a couple times a week at least, so that you know what's going on with Scentsy, because that's where they're going to post all the new news and upcoming events and sales and all that stuff you will find on your workstation. But in January, we have Bring Back My Bar. 25 bars made it back. They were voted on back in October, if you remember, and so they're back for January only. Customers can purchase them in a singly, in the twin pack, 6-pack, or they can get the whole collection if they would like. You can also purchase the collection for yourself if you didn't last month. I purchased mine the week that Scentsy was closed, so mine is shipping to me now. I don't have it yet, but you can purchase that for yourself. Make sure to add it to a party so that you get hostess rewards, and it counts towards a party if you didn't know that. So you can share the Bring Back My collection with your customers. It's a great time to share with customers who love new scents and are always asking, when are new scents coming out? You can tell them about the Bring Back My Bar. And also for those customers, if you've been a Scentsy consultant for a while, or you've heard your customers talk about a certain bar, and that bar made it back, then you can call, it's a great chance to call those customers and say, hey, this scent Simply Rose is back. It's a great time to stock up on your favorite scent while it's available. And if you didn't know, Bring Back My Bar happens 2 times a year. So the voting again next will probably be in April or March, and then it will come out in June or July is usually when the next one will come out. But it's a great opportunity and excuse to talk to your customers, to have a reason to call them up and let them know about Bring Back My Bar. It's also double hostess rewards this month, so that means half off items are doubled. So it's a great chance for people who've wanted a diffuser or have been interested in a diffuser to collect some orders, and then they can get their diffuser for half price when they collect only $200 worth of orders instead of $400 worth of orders. So it's a lot simpler for them to be able to get that half price, or just anybody who wants more free Scentsy. It's a great month to host a party. Excuse me. Oh, I talk too much and then I cough. All right, so what else is going on in January? It is the last month for the incentive trip period. So if you are close to earning level 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's the last month to hustle and get that level so that you can earn the incentives. Then we do 2 incentives a year, so the next one will probably start again in May and go through the end of summer. They sometimes change the month, so I don't want to say a specific month and then be wrong. So that if you didn't make it this time, then you kind of get an idea of what you have to do to earn the incentives, and you can start planning for when that next incentive starts. All right, I think that's all for January news going on with Scentsy. Like I said before, always keep up with your workstation so you know what products have sold out, what new news is going on. Next month will be the last month for the fall and winter catalog, so it will be a 10% off sale. It's what's known as our transition month, so the supplies to be able to get the new spring and summer catalog will be available next month. One thing I forgot that's going on in January is World Tour. it used to be called World Premiere last year when it was at a movie theater. It's World Tour, and I still need to sign up. It's been crazy with Christmas, so I didn't have the money together to sign up, but I have someone who wants to go with me, so I really need to sign up. I don't think it's sold out yet, but it's a great opportunity to learn about the new spring and summer catalog, to get some training on how to have parties or basket parties or get new customers, and then you always get a fantastic kit that includes new warmers, new scents, the new testers, the new catalogs. It's a great opportunity to meet other Scentsy consultants and meet the home team and get to know them. So I highly suggest you going. If you want to go with me, then I would love to have you. We can drive together or meet up somewhere. They always break for lunch, so we can go out to lunch. And then they do giveaways and drawings. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you will come with me and take time to invest in your business. It is a write-off for your business, so that's something to keep in mind. So I think that's all the things that are going on with Scentsy and our team. So let's get into the training. Since it's January, in January I always like to clean and organize my house, throw out old stuff, make room for the new stuff that we got at Christmas time. And it's a great time to do that with your business too. It's a great time to stop and reflect back on the past year and even brainstorm and write down what things worked for your business and what things didn't work for your business. What were your hits and what were your misses? I'm sorry, I got a phone holder for Christmas and I kind of broke it, so I've fixed it, so I'm sorry if I'm a little crooked. Anyways, it's a good time to write those down, those things that worked for your business and the things that didn't. Maybe they would have worked for your business, but you weren't consistent in it. One thing, for example, for me that I wasn't consistent in was my monthly newsletter that I mail out. I had printer problems in 2017. My printer was a pain in the butt, so it was a pain to print off the newsletter to mail it out, and I saw that reflect in my sales. So I really need to work on that this year and get a better printer so that I'm able to print labels and newsletters and things like that without it being a hassle. So it's a good idea, like I said, to write those things down and then reflect on what things did work. Maybe you were really good at posting in your Scentsy VIP page or your business page. Then continue doing those things. So after you've reflected on your past year, then you want to start making some goals for 2018. What do you want from your Scentsy business in 2018? They suggest making a vision board or even a goal bucket. That's what I left upstairs. Thought I had all my stuff to show you guys, but I made a goal bucket one year where I used clothespins and I wrote on each clothespin something that I wanted to accomplish in my Scentsy business. And then every time I did that, I dropped it in the bucket, and it was a cool way to reflect back all the goals that I did accomplish and those that I didn't. So you can make a goal bucket or a vision board, something that you can look at every day and say, I need to work my Scentsy business so I can get that pair of shoes or that I can go on that trip. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. This is bugging me. And now I just messed it up and broke it. Hold on, sorry guys. Got to see a quick view of my living room. Oh my goodness, seriously? Okay, so a vision board or goal bucket is an awesome thing to do. I like to do that because I'm a visual person, so it helps when I see it every day. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be crooked through this training, guys. I don't want to keep messing with it. And then I mess with it. I'm a visual person, so when I saw my goal bucket, then I would be like, I need to work on that goal. So that's something to do. And I suggest starting out with your high goals. So if you want your vacation paid for by Scentsy, or maybe you need a bill paid every month by Scentsy, or you just want a pair of shoes, whatever it is, start there, and then you need to break down that big goal with smaller goals. So how are you going to get your vacation paid for with Scentsy? You're going to have to book parties. You're going to have to get new customers. You're going to have to promote your business. So make smaller goals of 4 parties a month. Talk to 2 people about joining. And then break those down even smaller, like what do you need for a home party? Well, maybe you need to have a booking blitz. You've never had a booking blitz to book parties, so that would be a goal to have. And I'm a list maker. I have my Scentsy, this is my Scentsy planner, but it's more of where I write down, you can see from last year, where I wrote down all the things that I need to do that week for Scentsy, and then I would check mark them off as I did them. So whatever works for you to be able to keep record of your goals, I would suggest doing. So, and then once you make goals and accomplish your goals, reward yourself, even if it's just something small. Like if you do the booking blitz, you're scared to do the booking blitz, you make it a goal and you finally do the booking blitz, reward yourself with your favorite treat or your favorite drink. And then when you have your first home party, then reward yourself for that. That's going to keep you excited to continue on with your business and continue on with the things that you need to do for your business to grow, because there are going to be hard months, there are going to be hard customers, there are going to be hard days where you don't feel like getting up and working your Scentsy business. And if you have your goals mapped out and the ways to obtain those goals, then you're more likely to get up and open up your business doors. And that's another thing I suggest doing. Tell yourself whatever time it is, because it is your business, but for me, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. is when I work my Scentsy business. So that's when I'm going to sit down, get out all my Scentsy supplies, and really work on my business. Because since we have to hold ourselves accountable, it's easy to say, oh, I'll do that later on. And then later on comes and we'll say, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. So if you really decide my business hours are this time, between this time, and I'm going to sit down and work my Scentsy business, then you're more likely to do that. Okay, so you're going to reflect on the past year, make some goals for this year, break those big goals down to smaller goals so that you have a way to obtain those goals. Maybe even make a vision board or a goal bucket so that you have something to see every day. And then after you do those things, you need to make sure that you have a Scentsy space or Scentsy area. It doesn't have to be a whole office. Maybe it's a corner, or maybe it's a bookcase, or maybe it's just a box with all your supplies in it that you can pull out and sit down at the couch and work on when it's time. But you need to make sure that you have a space or place that all your Scentsy stuff is at, so that when someone wants a catalog or a sample, or you need to mail out a Hostess packet, you know where that stuff is at and you don't have to waste time searching for it. So my Scentsy space right now is in 2 spots. I eventually want to get a desk for my room so I can put it all in one spot, but I have a little downstairs and then a little upstairs. That way I can see it and know to work on it, and it's easy to pull it out. And then when you have your space and your stuff all there, make sure you're throwing out your old files and your old paperwork that doesn't apply anymore because it's the wrong prices or products that we don't have. Get rid of all that stuff and the extra clutter. That way you have a clean space that's easy to work with and will be more exciting to work your Scentsy business. And then all your supplies, like your catalogs and your labels and all that stuff, make sure you're labeling it. I have all my catalogs and my host brochures labeled. I have join packets ready to go so that when someone says, hey, I'm interested in joining, do you have information? I already have it ready to go. I don't have to take the extra time to get it together and find it and get frustrated and waste time. So make sure all your stuff's ready to go and all in one place where you know where it's at. And then I highly suggest having a planner. I am a pen and paper kind of girl. I like to write stuff down even multiple times so that I remember it. This is my planner for 2018. It has a mermaid on it. Surprise, surprise. This is a recollections planner. I got it at Michael's and I love it. They have different sizes. They have a smaller one, which I actually got a smaller one for my purse so that I can keep track of that. And then they have a larger one than this. But I really like this one because they have a monthly glance for the whole month, and then it breaks it down by the week. And it even is color coded, so over here is blue, and so this is where I'm going to write my Scentsy stuff, and then this is going to be my everyday stuff. I might switch it up depending on how it goes, but that way I can keep track of all the things that I have going on. And that way if someone wants to party, you can pull out your calendar and know what dates work for you and not agree to a date that later on you say, oh, that doesn't work for me because I have this or that going on. So I really highly suggest having a calendar at least for parties. That way you can mark off the days you can't party or don't want to party and let customers know what are party days for you. So planners are important, and this might be a lot of stuff that some of you already know. So if you have some ideas of how you're organized in the year and are getting ready for your Scentsy business, let us know so that we can help each other out. And then another thing that you need to get, that I like to do in January, is start over my follow-up binder. So this is my follow-up binder for 2017. I label all my binders because I keep them. That way if a customer from a year ago wants to know about an order they placed or something, I have their information. And I got these at Target. And the order forms fit in here perfectly, as you can see. And it came with dividers, and I broke the dividers into 3-month increments because that's the way I do my follow-up. I follow up a week after they get their product to see how they're doing, if they know how to set it up and like it and their light bulb's working and all that stuff. Then in a month, I'll call back to see if they need any Scentsy or they need a light bulb or whatever, if they like their scents. And then in 3 months, if they haven't ordered, I call back, because by 3 months, they should need more Scentsy if they're using it correctly, to see if they need to order. So this system works for me because it's already broken up into 3-month increments. I know which month I'm at. And then what I do is I put, beginning of the year, I didn't do very well with my follow-up binder, so it's not marked off. But I have sticky notes on the order form, and I write 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, and a gift, or thank you. Because I like to write every customer a personal thank you for ordering from me. So it's a way to help me keep track of if I did that stuff. And then at the top, I also have all their information, not this person's, but then I'll have their phone number and their address and their email, all information that I need to be able to get in contact with them. So this is going to be my 2018 follow-up binder. As you can see, there's nothing in it right now, but I like it because it also has this pocket right here that I can keep thank you cards and stuff in. And then the front pocket is where I'll put my pending orders, people who I haven't completely placed the order. And in the very back, I put orders that are shipping to me, so I know who I need to write thank yous for. I also keep a running log of online orders so that I know I also write them all thank yous and mail them out thank yous, so that I have a way to keep track of being able to tell them thank you for ordering from me and keep them ordering from me and not finding a different Scentsy consultant. So it's a great time to get a new follow-up binder and implement a follow-up binder, because they say the fortune is in the follow-up, and that's another thing that I need to work on this year. Is I did better with following up, but I didn't follow up with every customer. So if we're following up with our customers, then we're more likely to get more orders. It helps us keep organized and have all their information. If they call you and say, hey, I love this scent, but I threw away the clamshell and I don't remember the name of it, it will be easier for us to look that up for them, and as well as keep all of our order forms in one spot. All right, another thing to do is to go on your workstation and under your contacts, make sure every person whose email you've entered, that the box is check marked for them to be receiving your monthly e-newsletter. If that box isn't check marked, they're not going to get your monthly newsletter that comes through email. And that's one easy way that you don't even have to do anything to be able to connect with your customers, because Scentsy sends that out. Now, if you don't have a website, then they don't send out that newsletter for you. So I highly suggest you investing in the $10 a month for your website, and just keep track of if you see the return back in your sales from having a website. I did that one year because I wanted to see if having it was even worthwhile. And so I kept track of the extra sales I got from my website, and I really saw that it was helpful to have a website and have that $10 a month write-off as well. So websites are important to have, and making sure that each customer is check marked off that they are getting your newsletter, because I found that sometimes for some reason they're not always getting the newsletter. So that's something to look for. What else was I going to talk about? And then another thing that's good to do with the start of the year is implement a system of how to run your Scentsy business. Because you might sit down and say, I want to run my Scentsy business, but I don't know what to do today. So I have just a quick idea for you, and if you need these files, then I can send them to you, just to give you an idea of what you can do for your business. And I actually found this on YouTube from a Scentsy superstar director now named Christina Stainbrook, and I forget what she calls it, but she does this every year where she plans out how to run her business. So on Mondays, she calls Mondays her customer day. So she has broken down what she's going to do every Monday of the month, and then what she's going to do the first week of the month, the second week of the month, the third week of the month, the fourth week of the month on Mondays. So that when it's Monday and you sit down and you say, what do I need to do today? And it's the second week, you know it's time to update your Scent and Warmer of the Month subscription, follow up with previous month's customers, and file away order forms that you're no longer using, along with following up with text messages and doing a training. So she has her Monday be customer day, and you make this however it works for you, because maybe Mondays doesn't work for you to have work on customers. So do it however you want. And then she also has a form where she keeps track of who she sent a catalog to, so she can check back up with them, as well as who she sent prizes to. So that helps us with taxes, and just to keep a running log of who's gotten a prize, because you may find some people always win your prizes and you want to share your prizes with other people. So it's a way just to keep track of that. And then on Tuesday, she has that being her team day, so she works on everything that has to do with her team on that day. She prepares postcards and birthday cards, mails out. There's just a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to read everything that it says on here, but Tuesday is her team day. And then Wednesday she has as her day off. I just use these as a guide, really, because I write in my planner these things, what I'm going to do. So I use this kind of as a guide. Thursday is Hostess Recruit Day, so she's going to do work on hostessing and recruiting people. And then she even has a log for recruit leads, so she can write that down and keep up with them, as well as who she's sent join info to. And then basket party tracker, so you can write out who's had basket parties throughout the year. And then host leads too, so you can keep connected with people who are interested in hosting. And it's just a spot to put conversation notes and where you met. And so it's a way to be organized and keep track of all this information that you need to help run your business. And then on Friday, she does a business day where she cleans her office, restocks supplies, checks her inventory, files away stuff, makes samples, things like that. And she has a thing for postage tracker, so she knows how much she spent in postage, as well as inventory, how much she wants in inventory, and can keep track of how much she actually has. So again, I can send you these files if you want, but it's a way to get an idea of what to do on a day-to-day basis with your business, so that you're not sitting down saying, what should I do today? I don't know what to do. And then it keeps you, and it gets you in a habit of, it's Monday, I got to work on my customers. It's Tuesday, I need to work on my team. So it's Wednesday, I'm going to go deliver orders or whatever. So that is something I would suggest doing, putting it into place. And January is a great time to do that because it's the beginning of the year and it will be easier. You can just start with January and move forward and not feel like you have to backtrack from past months. All right. What else was I going to talk about? Do you have any questions? And if you're watching this on the playback, feel free to post any questions that you may have about being organized or goal planning or any of that. I know I always talk about goal planning, but I really think it's helpful, and it was really effective for me when I started to make some goals to say, I'm going to have 3 parties a month. I'm going to sell this much every month. I'm going to have this many recruiting conversations. Then I really started seeing my business grow and my team grow and my paycheck grow. So those are all helpful hints for you on how to grow your business this year in 2018. Again, if you have any helpful hints of what's worked for you, please post them below because everybody's different and learns different and works different. So maybe you are not a pen and paper kind of person and you are more electronic. If you would like to help those of us who are not as good at that, maybe you would like to offer a training. And that's something I also wanted to throw out there for us team is, sorry, I'm putting this stuff away, so that's why I'm looking over here. If you have something that you're really good at, maybe social media or making flyers or whatever, and would like to do a training, so it's not always me doing the training, that would be cool. And we could even do a couple trainings a month. So if that's something you'd be wanting to help with, I'd appreciate that, and I'm sure everyone else would as well. Make sure you are connected with social media, with the millennials always being on social media and even us older people being on social media. It's a great way to promote your business and to get sales. So if you're not very good at it, focus on one social media avenue and then branch off once you've learned that. So maybe start in Facebook and make a Facebook VIP page if you don't have one. I highly suggest having one. I think anybody in the team who has a VIP page has more sales probably. So maybe there are ways that you can post in your VIP page without having to go on it every day, because I know a lot of you are busy and have other jobs. But you can schedule your posts so that you know when they're going out and you don't have to sit there every day and do it. But I really highly suggest having a VIP page or a business page, and then maybe branch off onto Instagram, Pinterest, and other things like that. All right, I think I'm going to finish up because my phone is dying. I'm sorry this is crooked. If you have any comments or questions, please post those below. Thank you for joining me live, Amy. And for those of you watching on the playback, thank you for watching. I'm excited for 2018. We're going to have a great year. I think our team's going to grow. We're going to accomplish amazing goals and dreams. And reunion's just around the corner, so if you want to join us for a reunion, it's going to be a memory-making time. I can't wait. So I'll see you later, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me whenever. Bye.